Yeah, it's about, man, you got to rap with me, man. We ain't, I ain't finna bring nobody that can't rap.
Yeah.
That's out. That's out, man.
That's
like, it has to have the bars and it has to have substance.
Yeah. Back at it, guys. We back in this motherfucker
Back
episode.
again.
Good. What's good with it? What's good with it?
Another week, fool. Another fucking week.
Another week.
And she just flies by. What episode? Episode 20, 28?
29.
29. Episode 29, fool. Damn.
About to hit 30.
And as we're getting like in the higher numbers, we're getting better. I think we're meshing better. We're like shit. We have the homie in the motherfucking house.
Right here.
New mic, new fool unlocked.
Yeah.
New character unlocked.
New character unlocked, fool.
Man.
So that's dope. That's dope. We're gonna be bringing him on. You know, he's gonna be a regular as well here. We're trying to build him up in the food community and also at Cold Media. So welcome back, fool.
Welcome back. Y'all.
How's everybody, fool? How's everybody's week?
Good. Good weekend. Took an L with the fight.
Took it out.
Hey.
Before we get to the fight, 'cause that shit has layers to break down, fool. But how was your week?
Nah, it was good. It was good. Look, it was good. It was a good week. I just felt happy that D Baby got on there with NBA YoungBoy on the tour.
Yeah.
That to me was like
Shout out to D-Baby,
a
fool.
big W for me. You feel me?
That tour, it's fucking booming out here.
And I want to shout out NBA YoungBoy too, because he gave an opportunity, or I don't know how it worked, but an opportunity or something to D Baby,
Yep.
to be in there, because that's the biggest tour
right
now.
He let him get on stage, or
like in
he
the
just
same,
like he brought him out.
Yeah,
No,
the
he's
same.
part of the
same
tour.
list,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
D-Baby from Texas, he's part of the main tour.
And he was the only Latino.
Oh, okay, that's tight. That's a
rapper
big deal then.
on the
Yeah,
list.
that's a big deal. I'm like, damn. Fun. And then NBA YoungBoy, that fucking concert, for everybody, like all the YNs, they were all in the mix. All those active ass fools from the streets, all the young fools were in their way. So, and damn, I saw like the culture was there. I'm like, damn, like,
That was tight.
damn, like, just to see like his. We've always heard that NBA YoungBoy has like the most views on YouTube, the most this, like he's blackballed out here, and to finally, I guess he now that he's free, he was able to tour and see the fruits of his labor. And that fool had energy, energy, right?
Yeah, it was all packed out right there. It was all packed out. You couldn't even go with your car.
I mean, I guess
Man.
because he's out here, he hasn't been out here. We didn't understand like the magnitude, or at least I didn't. So like when he did come out here, like everyone was talking about it.
Yeah,
And they're wearing
everyone
green.
was
They're
there.
wearing green. That was the color.
Oh yeah, that was the color.
That was the
Oh,
color.
shit.
That was the color. Yeah, green.
Hell yeah.
And you're right, because I'm not really tapped in with him. I know who he is perfectly. I know all his ups and downs for sure. But his music hasn't been for me. I'm not saying that it's whack at all. But like I've always knew that he had a cult following. And,
For sure.
And to see it in arenas and like people were very emotional at his shows. I'm like, nah, that's dope, dog. Like for somebody to be able to build their following in their way. And now he don't have hits, fool. He doesn't have radio hits, right? He doesn't at all. His stuff doesn't hit the radio.
He just has a lot of songs that people fuck with.
He has a core following, like like I want to compare him to like Kevin Gates,
Or
right?
something, yeah.
Like they have their own,
Probably like Kevin Gates, but more modern.
more
like
modern,
the younger version.
more
Yeah.
marketable, and he has fun.
Hey, because
fool.
the females be loving NBA YoungBoy
Fool.
for real.
yeah, the kids
They
love him.
they love him.
But also like the type of fans that he has, like they're not even like big on radio, so they don't even
They're
care
not.
about that.
They don't know what the radio
They're
is.
all like streaming
Hey,
platforms.
YouTube is the new. That's it. That's the
YouTube
That's
is the
the
new-
radio.
yeah.
The
that
radio
is-
right there.
It's the radio that for me is my radio, is my TV, is my news source, is my college. Like I want to open up to a new profession. Right away, you go to YouTube. For YouTube is for me is like a fucking godsend gift.
for sure.
Right? I think YouTube gave the opportunity for us as content creators or creatives to be able to attain these skills, to be able to express ourselves. So like I learned a lot on YouTube.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, what was the last thing you learned on YouTube, fool?
I learned how to tap my radiator so it could turn on.
Yeah. Yo, for
Yeah.
real. That's what, I've done that
Yeah,
before.
for sure.
Like I'm changing the light
Yeah.
or I'm changing this or
light.
this right away to the fucking YouTube.
Yeah, because it was tripping. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, what can I do just to get by? And they said if you tap the fan, it'll turn on.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I did.
shout out to YouTube,
Nah,
dog.
for
But
the cars, hey, YouTube, perfect. When you know, like growing up, our dads, they know everything, but sometimes they're not there for us, you know.
Yeah.
So we gotta go on YouTube and then AC, whatever. I had an AC problem, boom, got on YouTube.
yeah. Everything full. Everything full.
cooling.
Like any type of problem you have, anything you want to learn, you want to learn how to edit, you want to learn. That's why when fools try to tell me, well, I can't do this. Like, nah, you don't want to do this because the data information exists, fool. Like, if you're not lazy, you're going to go ahead and learn how to cut up a reel, you know? Like, if you really want to learn. It takes watch a couple videos, fucking trial run, and you'll get it popping, fool. But shout out to fucking YouTube. Shout out to NBA Youngboy. It's dope to see, fool, like, you know, like just somebody that worked hard for his to actually see it.
For sure.
And you know what? Shout out to him and more respect to him now. I have a lot more respect for him because I'm like, damn, like, you know, this fool did create a movement, you know, and he created his own lane. And shout out to music. At the end of the day,
NBA Youngboy.
music wins, fool. Music wins. And another person that he did it his own way without the original fucking stereotypical like rapper angle. He did it on his own. But that just shows that also the evolution of music, you know.
For sure.
All right, but yeah, this weekend was it was a tough one. It was a tough one. We had the Canelo fight with Crawford.
Man,
Yeah, coming into this fight, I was thinking two things. I was like, Canelo has it, right? Like, Canelo got it. Canelo's a fucking like beast. But we know what? One other thing that popped into my mind, for, yo, Kendrick name dropped Crawford on his fucking record, and I'm like, right now, everything Kendrick is saying is coming into fruition, right? And that was in my mind, for like, like, don't let these motherfucking Kendrick be right about Crawford, like today, like he's whooping feet, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I had that feeling coming into the fight, right? Like, damn, like, just seeing how much Kendrick is winning in the world, like how much the gods are giving that fool back. Like, don't let this fool like be right about this as well. And
It was
behold, fuck, we took
was
it down.
right.
It was right, and but well deserved.
Well deserved for
yeah.
sure.
I had look before the fight. I had a
Go for it.
50-50 straight up. I had a 50-50. Like I know boxing 50-50.
Yeah.
Both like
Respectful,
people
for sure.
Like people always talk about smack about Crawford's resume, but it's good. It's top.
Yeah.
He beat Gamboa, the freaking Mean Machine. He beat Gamboa. Yeah, it's like Gamboa. Postal. Like it's a gang of people, you know. So before that was 50-50. Like, I mean, like people gonna hate, but I keep it real with y'all. I keep it real at the podcast. Like Crawford boxed him. You feel me?
He did.
Crawford boxed him.
He boxed him. I felt it.
Yeah.
3 rounds in, I was already sure, like, oh, Crawford is outboxing him right now. But knowing Canelo in his last 4 or 5 fights, he kind of like, you know, builds up and then tears the boxers. That eventually, he'll give you enough fucking body shots to start tearing you down. But it never kicked in.
That didn't work.
It never kicked in.
It didn't work.
But man, I think look, if Canelo wants a rematch, and if he wants to win, he gotta hire a elite black boxing coach, like I would say Gervonta Davis coach, Calvin Ford, even Floyd Senior. I don't, you know, Floyd Senior. Or I was thinking too, maybe join Crawford's coach, Bomac. But I mean, if he wants to fight with him, it wouldn't make sense, you know.
Yeah.
But Ennis coach, you know, like I feel like join. You know, you gotta join, like, cause with Mexican boxing, I feel like everything is elite. Like, it's elite, but the footwork was lacking. The footwork with Mexican boxing, like, there like Chavez had, I would say, like, I really have to go back again, but he had great footwork, you know. But like Canelo, the only thing that he lacks, he got everything. If you look at the resume, like just the only thing that's missing is his footwork. Like it's like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's what Crawford got. He got the footwork.
Yeah, great
So,
footwork, so.
That's what Canelo lost too. Like, and if he wants to win in a rematch, you gotta I feel like hire a elite black boxing coach.
You know, so maybe you're right. Maybe also able to challenge him, right?
Move the feet.
Like challenge his norm, right? Because he's been with I think the
Eddie Reynoso is a hell of a trainer.
He's hell of a trainer, but I'm saying like you're right. I was you get caught up in your comfort, where like you might need to that challenge of having a different system to challenge your body in a different way.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a good fucking take. I fuck with that take.
Yeah, I feel like Crawford had Canelo figured out. Like he already knew what he was gonna go to. If something was wrong, he was gonna try to do this. Like the long game, like the body shots. Like I saw a video today. There was a guy that was breaking down all the like the reactions of Canelo's reactions.
Yeah.
And like Crawford was like, blocking under body shots. He was like, you know,
he definitely knew him,
he
right?
was punching back.
Because Canelo was like he fights like he tries to eat up all your space.
Mm-hmm.
To try to like eat up your whole space where you're forced to like hit the rope. But Crawford was just ready for that.
Yeah, because even like the footwork, like I felt like Canelo was pressing Crawford, but Crawford was like he was able to get in and out in the corners on the ropes. He was ready, able to also hit back also. So like he had good counters.
And
like,
then Canelo's a little slower, and
he was a little bit slower.
I've been noticing this the last 4 or 5 fights. I'm not gonna lie.
He was a little bit slower, and he wasn't able to like land like good power shots like that he's known for. So it's like.
And I've been noticing that like he's a little slower the last 4 or 5 fights. So, but I always I always thought like, oh, but he punches very hard, so yeah, he still be able to get it off. But now he fell slower, and his punches were not punching, fool. You know, and Crawford gave him a run for his money, and even though the post fight, I appreciated Crawford's class. Like I'm like that. Man, like much respect, and
he's the best. He's the best fighter of this generation.
Great success story. Great, amazing, like just amazing story he has, and I just appreciate that somebody that they really deserved it in many ways got that opportunity and made the best out of it. And goddamn Kendrick, for just like
he wanted it more. He wanted that fight more than than Canelo.
He
for
wanted
sure.
it more, and now everybody's calling him the GOAT of this new generation. And when people are trying to break that down, it's a clear like, oh shit, he has a great case that he is this generation's GOAT.
Yeah.
So
Well deserved.
Yeah, but it was a tough loss for the family, because for the last 15 years plus, there's been a tradition watching Canelo fight every September, right? Every September or May.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's always been like a thing at the fam, So it was a tough one for sure to watch for the kids to see. Like, damn, Canelo took a
Canelo
L.
should fight Crawford in the rematch, or he should fight Benavidez.
You think he's gonna return right away? I think he's gonna take at least a year off.
Supposedly he got 2 fights with Turkey.
He does, yes. He has two more fights. But in my opinion, like the way he responded to the aftermath of it, he kind of like, all right, I gave it all.
Yeah.
Maybe I do need to like reset.
He should get back in the gym. He should get back in the gym, man.
I think he you know what? I think he
think?
needs some time off the
You
gym.
think so?
Because he just had a daughter.
Like,
Yeah?
he has
Oh,
to
he's had a daughter?
He has
He just
to,
had a daughter, yeah.
He has to reset full and find that fire again, right?
Because he literally said like, "Oh, I couldn't figure out Crawford's style,"
Yeah.
and like to be an elite boxer like that and not be able to figure out someone's style during the fight is like,
Yep.
you gotta regroup, spend some family time and then see.
He has to
He
reset.
still has 2 more fights, like this was
He
said.
does have
so-
2 more fights. I think he has to reset full and find that fire again, and bring it in a different form, And you know what? If he goes to the challenge full and he comes and he does drop Crawford, it will be a great trilogy, because now we get in a third one.
That's what he needs. He needs that. He needs a rematch.
He does need a rematch. And you know what? It wasn't so like I'm not gonna say like Crawford outboxed him,
Right.
At the same time, he didn't really hurt Canelo like a vicious fight. Like you're like, damn. So a rematch still is doable to me, and it'll be respected in my opinion.
And there'll be a lot of money too.
Be a lot of money. Come on, fool, for
Yeah.
sure.
on Netflix.
But I want that fight or against Benavidez. Give us a Mexico versus Mexico fight We need
Okay.
that right now. We need that.
But do you think Crawford goes with Benavidez ASAP first?
Who?
Crawford?
Fight Benavidez?
I think that'd be a good one.
Look, I'm gonna say something. Benavidez doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Like, if you know boxing, like, I love Canelo. Canelo is like a great fighter, but he never beat an elite black fighter. Never. And Benavidez did with Demetrius Andrade.
Yeah.
Demetrius Andrade wanted Canelo. He wanted that Canelo fight. He wanted that Canelo fight, but Canelo they didn't want to fight. Like, I don't know what was the reason he didn't want to fight. And Benavidez beat Andrade. And Andrade, anybody who knows about boxing, he was a 2008 Olympian. Like, he was like a bigger Crawford. Like, and a lot of people thought that Andrade would beat Canelo, you know, but Benavidez beat Andrade.
Yeah.
He stopped him. And like,
You think that maybe we think Benavidez will fight Crawford after?
I just think it's because it's too big of a like.
Oh, too big of a difference.
It's because
class.
Benavidez is 6'2".
Okay.
Like, look, but Crawford beat
Oh,
Crawford.
it is
Look,
a
but
big-ass difference,
but Crawford
fool.
beat his brother though. People don't know Crawford beat Jose Benavidez. That's David's older brother,
Oh shit.
and that was a good fight. But
Oh, he's 6'2".
he's 6'2" or
Crazy.
6'3" maybe. He's a big. He's
And Crawford's kind of
Yeah.
like on the 5.
but Crawford
5'9",
fought,
5'8".
he fought his brother though.
Yeah.
Jose Benavidez, and it was a good fight. That was one of Crawford's toughest fight.
But also the tweet, right? The Turkey said
Turkey, too.
He kind of like alluded that Benavidez maybe. Like
Who?
maybe. Like yeah. But yeah, that shit was it was a good fight.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
for sure. Oh, hey, Crawford, I'm gonna say it like this: best fighter of this generation.
Yeah.
And you cannot hate. You just gotta give the credit where it's due. Straight up.
For sure.
For sure.
Straight up.
Yeah, that shit was it was a fight for and it it was a great fight throughout the whole thing. I feel like it was they both wanted it. I mean, they both fought for it, but Crawford wanted it more. You know what I mean?
Right, now for sure.
Yeah, and also, what did you guys think about the Fernando Vargas Jr. fight?
Man, I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed that he lost. Hey, look, hey, Junior, if you listen to this, don't even trip. Get back in the gym. Don't let this shit like get to you. You know, you got talent. I seen it. He got talent. People be hating on Junior and Amado, and they think that Emmy.
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
so people hate on them.
They
okay.
hate on Amado and Junior. Emmy is the best, supposedly the best one.
The young one, right?
Yeah,
I see that on the comments.
the golden child. You know that he's supposed to be the next Ryan. He probably is the next Oscar. You know,
Yeah.
he probably is. But Junior and Amado, I seen them all fight. They all got talent. Junior just got to get back in the gym and get a mega fight with Edgar Berlanga. They're both coming off a loss.
Yeah.
They're both coming off a loss. Edgar Berlanga's coming off a loss from Puerto Rico, and Junior's coming off a loss. Hey, maybe that's a good fight for y'all. Mexico versus PR. You know that's always the fans love that shit. Mexico versus Puerto Rico.
Yep. Classic right there. It's classic.
You know, but Junior, get back in the gym. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Like, I hate to see you lose, but don't trip. Get back in the gym. And yeah.
Do you think he has it to be a successful boxer?
He does for
You think
sure.
so?
He does. He got everything. Defense, boxing. He has power too. I seen him knock out.
He dropped him right.
Yeah, he dropped him.
The second round,
They
yeah.
didn't call it though.
They didn't call it.
They didn't call it as a knockdown though.
Like he got a box for sure. He got a box. But yeah, it was a loss for me, and I called it a loss. I thought it was a rightfully called. You know what I mean? I know his brother said today.
Amado.
Yeah, he said that
was like,
it was politics behind that, and I'm like, nah, it wasn't. Like, nah, he, you know.
To me, it looked kind of even. I couldn't really tell, like, but the other guy did have, he had like a different fighter stance, and he did like, he looked good in some rounds, but like Junior did too. So I couldn't really,
I
really
think because
tell.
Junior gave us a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Gave us a lot of energy, so you kind of confused. But the other homie, what he had for like he was fluid with it when like counter punching. He was very fluid with how he counter punched. So, yeah, but it was cool. You know what I mean?
He's not too far off. I mean, he's good. He did good.
Yeah.
He for sure has future.
And then Amado wants to fight Sean Garcia, Ryan's little brother.
Oh shit.
He wants that in December.
Man, what do you think about Ryan Garcia, fool?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Man, he just got to get
Just,
get the rematch with Gervonta Davis.
that's not happening, fool.
No?
Nah, he quit. He tapped out.
He stepped out?
Yeah.
Because look, he.
Oh, once you
the-
tap out, like, damn, you're not even of a warrior.
Oh, that fight.
Yeah, to tap out and you gave up, fool. Low key, you gave up, right? You tapped out.
Because he's been having a lot of issues with the females, with his
He,
baby mama.
in my opinion, I don't even consider him a top boxer, or like he's just a social media boxer. He's more famous for outside of stuff than the actual fights. Because before that, he's been fighting his like low key bums. Right? The fool that he knocked out quick was like a 40-year-old boxer. Right?
Which one?
One of them, the one he knocked out quick, and everybody but like, oh shit, he's the next Oscar de la Hoya. And nah, he's not. You know. And
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think he's gonna make it to
I
that?
don't think. I think we've seen what we had to see.
What we had to see.
He's gonna be another like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
You think so?
Yeah, hot take. Ryan Garcia is gonna end up like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Just taking any fight, You know,
Man, I disagree.
Okay.
But I can see why you say that though. Like it's looking that way because everything's right now. Ryan Garcia is crashing down. Like everything's crashed. He's crashing down.
because I mean he hasn't been tested, and when he got tested with Gervonta, he tapped out. Fool.
Taps out.
That's my only thing. Like if he had like actual battles on his resume, he doesn't. You know, even his bigger fights that were on a big screen, you know, he was fighting like a 40-year-old fucking boxers or boxers that were not even on his level. And the first time that he
You
had
don't think the win against Haney was good? What do you think?
it was all right.
You think it was all right?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right, but it wasn't enough to
Enough
like
to-
give him like, yeah, that's a good point.
But I do
nah.
think right now it looks like everything's falling apart for him. But
He's losing his mind, fool. I think he's way too caught up on being a star than put it in and to give it his all into the fucking ring. And I think that's becoming a problem for a lot of athletes.
a lot of athletes.
Even in the NBA, there's a lot of more people that are doing way less. You know,
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons and yeah, but it was a good it was a good fucking. What you guys think about Netflix being on Netflix?
Did you notice they didn't do the national anthem?
Oh yeah,
They did
yeah,
not
they
do
did
the
it. They did
national
it.
anthem,
Canelo
fool.
didn't, huh? Or what was
Either.
Either.
Oh, either.
And I didn't like that Crawford didn't have an entrance song, fool.
Oh, he didn't.
Nah, he had like they played this Mexican song before he came out.
That was his song.
Oh yeah, that was his song. Yeah,
Because
it
he
was.
came out with it was from a reference from a movie or something. Because
Oh.
he brought out the case for the guitar.
Yeah.
It's from a movie.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Because remember, did you see him walk out with the case?
I did, fool, but
Yeah.
you know, my mind was like, are they trying to play in too much in the raza? Because, you know, obviously
Yeah.
is the biggest draw right
Yeah.
now. I was like, 'cause
Oh,
you know,
I think it's a reference to a movie. He was
Oh,
like
okay,
doing
okay.
homage to something. I think
So
even
it
the guy
was-
who was singing was his homie or something.
Oh, so it was purposeful. Okay.
It was purposeful, yeah. There was a reason
waiting
why,
for
yeah.
I was waiting for like fuck.
Yeah.
Like, who's he gonna bring out?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what if he would have brought Kendrick? Cause right,
Yeah.
That mention on the fucking Euphoria, I would like maybe he would have brought I don't know, somebody dope.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of let down by that a lot. I didn't like the intro thing, you know, too much. But other than that, yeah, it was cool, I guess.
It was cool. I mean, it was for free. We didn't have to piece up
But look,
to watch the movie.
But even the numbers were not that high. For 40 million people watched it.
40 million?
Yeah, comparing it to the Logan Paul, Mike Tyson.
How many views?
That one was like 100 and something. Fool.
Damn, that's just crazy. That's crazy with the power of Logan Paul.
The power of Logan Paul.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was like damn.
And he wants to fight Canelo now or something.
He does want to fight Canelo.
Damn.
Canelo will sit his ass down for sure. But yeah, shit. So we got for boxing. What else? We had Dame Dash. You guys check out the Dame Dash interview? It dropped today. A classic interview. A classic Breakfast Club interview. For Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
they're having a moment right now again. Like bringing the new host that they have, the girl, her name, De La Rosa. They're having moments again. And in today's show, they had a classic moment. This fool passed down on Charlemagne, and they had a funny. They had a
What'd
funny
he say?
tonight. He called him gay, and he called
Oh,
him like,
shit.
"Oh, you're a chatty patty," and like, oh, I have a bigger house than you.
Oh shit.
Oh, like, and then I don't know. It was just like he speaks gems, right? Like he'll drop gems. Dame Dash will drop gems, but at the same time, like he's also lying. You know,
He's a what?
he's also a liar. Like he was like, I'm the chairman of Revolt. Next, you know, it comes out like, oh, he's not the chairman of Revolt. So it was just like, all right, like, but it was a good moment for radio, I guess.
I think the back and forth was gonna happen anyways.
Yeah.
Like especially with like, it's like basically Dame Dash versus the Breakfast Club. Like, I mean, it was partly cordial up until a certain point. They just started going back and forth, and then that's when they went viral.
And it's been happening. Even their first interview, they went viral, you know, because of the whole chatty patty. Oh, you ain't a boss, whatever. It's been a thing already, so it was dope to kind of see them come back and spar it out again. No, so we had the whole Cameron and Adrian Broner.
Oh yeah. What podcast was that or what?
That one, what's it called? I don't know, but it's their podcast with him and Mace. What you guys think about that?
Man, I just think, like, well, yeah, because I seen Adrian Broner. He did it too many times. He tried to hit on the girl too many times.
Too many times.
I
Yeah.
feel like if they tell you once, that's already enough. You know.
Yeah.
Out of respect to the if they tell you once, hey, cut it out, then you got to cut it out. You know.
Yeah.
Straight up, like they're being cool. You know.
I saw some takes that were like, hey, they were cock blocking on that, but I think Cameron in one of the clips he says that I think she's dating one of the people
Yeah,
involved
so
with the
said.
show. So he was like, all right,
But
bro.
that somebody was hitting. You know.
Oh yeah, or somebody is dating her or something. I think yes, somebody's dating
The
her.
podcast is called "It Is What It Is."
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I mean,
But the guy was being cool because he still gave Adrian. But you said it was a different look.
Yeah,
he gave him the money.
The way I think, in my opinion, Cameron, he saw an opportunity. Like, all right, this fool already crossed the line too many times. Let me use that and turn it into a viral moment.
viral moment.
Like I didn't think they planned it, like pre-planned it. I think he's smart enough to understand a viral moment. Because Cameron will give you viral moments. Fool. Like even that whole was it CNN or ESPN when he had that famous interview when he like, you mad, like that should has been a meme for like
Who said it?
Cameron. I think he was arguing with Bill O'Reilly like a long time ago.
Oh shit.
And then he has that clip where he's like, you mad. So like he understands
The
viral. He understands being silly. So I think
He knew how to.
he knew how to maneuver it and play accordingly to. Yeah, we're gonna take a loss because Adrian Broner's gonna have to step out.
Yeah,
but let's create it into a
viral.
beneficial. And also like giving a grown ass man money on camera doesn't look well, in my
Oh
opinion.
shit.
Like in any situation, because it's like I don't know the way it just looked on camera. I just felt like Cameron was playing to what Cameron does. Then it was turning. He brought his little purse out, you know.
Yeah,
took the
true.
money out, and then gave him the money, you know, for your time. I just like, you know, Adrian Broner's he was big out here when he was boxing.
yeah.
Fool. To give somebody like that money on camera, it seems a little cheap to me. Like almost like a stripper. Let me give you some money, get the fuck out.
You think that's disrespectful? Is that 'cause you?
I mean, it could have been, but like, I mean, Adrian Broner was like already kind of being disrespectful, and like he's kind of known for like doing stuff like that
Antics, yeah,
anyway.
he
So
does.
I don't know if he had his own agenda and he was like trying to,
Right.
you know, go viral on his own shit. But I mean, Cameron called it and he was just like probably just fed up and had enough and just
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, because even Cameron said like, "Yo, wait for us outside. After we're done,
Oh, he did, yeah,
Like we'll
I
go
seen.
cake it. We'll
What do
do
you
it
think
up.
he meant by that? Like, that we're gonna get you?
Nah, I think like we'll still hang out.
Oh, okay.
But I think out of respect to whoever's involved with the show, like out of respect, he had to like step in for, like, because you know I think somebody that's involved with the show like helps run it is dating her, or something involved. So I think I just to keep it respectful, he had no choice but to
To say something.
say something.
Hey, that clip went viral though, cause
It went
Broner
viral.
hasn't really had a viral moment since, like, I don't know when. You know,
Since he got beat last time, crazy, huh?
I don't know. He lost to.
it was a wild fight too, right?
I forgot which against who.
I don't know, but it was a funny loss. I
Yeah.
remember it was like a funny loss.
He's back in the mix though after this a little bit. You know,
Yeah, at least back in the mix.
He could try to get. He should try to. do
Yeah,
some-
I think Adrian
something
Broner
with-
got caught up in the sauce.
in the sauce.
Like in the he tried to like mimic Floyd Mayweather's like tacticals, like his antics too much that he got lost in it. But I'll have to pull up.
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay, cool. But yeah, phone. Pero so that's it for that. What else we got? We had a sitcom coming to Altadena based on Altadena fires. Break that down, phone.
On my media page in Real Time LA, I came across this girl. Her name is Angelica Perry.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Uh-huh.
She had posted about the people from Blackish, Kenya Barris and Mike Epps. They were trying to bring a comedy sitcom to Altadena, and if you're in Altadena, like like they're not even close to, being fully recovered. There's a lot of stuff going on, and like it's kind of like, in bad taste trying to bring something like that over there.
In bad taste.
Bad taste, like you gotta read the room. Like it's not even not time yet. Like you gotta let these people heal first. You gotta let these people rebuild. You gotta or tap in with the community and see what they need, or like they just want to come and like use it for their own good and then bounce after that.
I wonder, are they gonna like get the city involved and like meaning like maybe give some like camera time roles or like with certain members of the community, maybe.
From what I heard that I think it might be through Paramount, and it did get like pre-approved.
Yeah.
But like ever since like it all started, they were doing like writing comments on his post. Deadline did a news post about it, and they were like leaving comments on it, and he ended up like turning off his comments.
Yeah.
And so did Mike Epps, and then they eventually took the post down.
Yeah.
So like it's like it's getting to them because it's now we saw it on LAist, another social media platform.
Sure. Shout out to Elliot.
And then KTLA posted it this week too.
Yeah.
So like it's on the radar. People are like finding out about it. But
I don't think the idea is a bad idea. I just felt like the way they probably executed it, they should have probably had it like an initiative to help the community. Because Kenya Barris, he did Blackish,
he did
which
Blackish.
is like a crazy moneymaker. It was the number one show in ABC. It was primetime TV, and they made a crazy shitload of money. I just would have wished they would have handled it where they probably would have had like a fund. Proceeds. We're gonna be helping out the community. We're gonna rebuild houses with a part of the proceeds.
Because even
it's too soon, fool.
Yeah,
It happened like 3-4 months ago.
It hasn't even been a year. With it, and they were saying something about like they were gonna like change the name, like they do like what's it called? Like they were gonna change their storyline to kind of still like base the same story, but they were like, nah. They made a petition and everything. So if you go on Real Time LA, it's on the bio. You can sign the petition. There's like 200 signatures already, just to show like people that the city of Altadena is not okay with it. And they don't want any compromises. They just don't want it at all.
Yeah, and also like you're right. People are still healing, and people lost everything.
For real.
A lot of people lost their whole childhoods.
There was deaths. Like people are still healing. There's a lot of stuff that was lost.
You're right. You read the room. I just felt like it was just handled the wrong way. If they would have handled it like a different way, the part of the city would have embraced it. Because I'm sure, like if they even like let's say we're gonna shoot in Altadena so that we could give the city tax money, right? Because you got to pay production, so you start bringing jobs to the community. Maybe they would have handled it that way, would have been looked at different. But I guess since they did it like out of nowhere, announced it, and the community's like, what the fuck? We're still here trying to like pick up the fucking ashes still.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that was in bad taste. But for my opinion, Kenya Barris, like he's done good stuff in the past, and he's from the culture. So I don't look at him as a culture vulture. But it was just like in the Bay. I guess the way they handled it was not the best.
Let me go get this.
I go for it. Charlie Kirk, from what you guys last Wednesday, I know it's been over discussed. It's been over. We had before. It's been a week since came back. But what you think about that whole fucking incident?
Man, that shit was crazy. Seeing that shit live when he got shot, like right in the neck.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? This is really happening. Like,
and then what happened after was like, I know I already gave my take in the Full Community podcast. I just said I don't care. Like I don't care for this person. I don't look at him as a special person in any way. and they're like, "Yo, you're being insensitive." I'm like, "Nah, I just four kids got killed at a school that morning. Why are we not talking about them? Why are we talking about just but he was speaking this. He was a God-fearing man, but he also had a lot of like clips of him saying some wild shit. You know, him downplaying MLK, him like talking about segregation. So he had a lot of things that were iffy. But I get it. Everybody has their own political views. But I just like, man, I don't give a fuck, dog. He's just a white on white crime. Welcome to America. Like, there's nothing new. Like, this has been happening.
That's what they said. It was another white guy.
Another white guy, fool. So I just looked at it like, yo, like, they're like, oh, but his son's getting killed for your freedom of speech. I'm like, I get it. But look, they killed MLK, fool. Like, this has been happening. So I'm not going to fucking over here and praise this man. And then you got the Dodgers players putting RIP and
he had some hardcore fans.
Hardcore fans.
They were crying. Like,
a lot of people were crying for him.
Like
He was going to be the next president.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I was just like, bro, like all these political people are like.
Even Huntington Beach went on strike or something.
They were fuck. Also on Fig, fool. Right here on Fig and Gage, where the Hoovers be at. They put some skinheads pulled up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to like gather up a little bit. There, I'm
right
like,
there?
dog, that's the
what happened right there?
That's the worst area you want to gather on, dog.
And what happened?
They got ran out.
They got ran out.
Yeah, like
Oh,
a
shit.
couple who
Yeah.
families were like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, dog, that's my area right there. For me, that's the worst part. For right there, they're not gonna give you a pass.
Right.
Like hell no, right there, they'll run you out of there for sure. But just to see the community the way is even divided with that.
Yeah.
You see a lot of Latinos that are like, yeah, but he's getting clickbaited. You're not watching the whole context for his speeches.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he said pretty wild shit. Even with the short things that I've heard about it. Like even if you section off those clips, they're pretty wild too. Fool. They're not just like, oh, like boy, he went deep on that. Nah, like some of them was pretty surface level stuff.
Like,
Some racist shit. But like I said, I get it. Everybody has their own fucking political views. But it does suck for somebody to lose their life over freedom of speech. Right. But like I said, welcome to America, fool. Like they just killed fucking 5 fools on Figueroa in Manchester.
My thing is, how did they don't do a pat down, or they don't have a metal detector?
Well, he's not a political figure. He's kind of like one of those Candace Owens person that they don't really have that type of like security level. They're just trying to get into that space. But I just like whatever, dog. I didn't give a fuck about it. We have real problems right now going on with the way the economy, with ICE, with our communities being divided. To worry about this fucking white man in fucking Utah, fool. Give a fuck about that. I'm worried about California right now. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way for me.
Like I don't want to talk too much on the dead.
Yeah.
But like
me neither.
I just think that like he has some valid points I heard, but sometimes it was just too harsh.
Yeah.
He was just too harsh.
And a lot of it, also, it was within the whole rage bait angle. And I get it. And it is ugly to see people like say, yo, he deserved to die. That's harsh. I would never like vouch for that. But at the same time, I'm not going to be hearing just because he's a God-fearing man. He was spilling a lot of bullshit too. Just because on the lens of the Christian man. Fuck all that. I don't give a fuck about that. Just in my opinion, he was just another cause of what America is, fool. When you bring in guns and politics, it gets dirty out here, And I don't really feel bad about that. But any takes on the whole Charlie Kirk situation?
Dang. I mean, it was
Before
fucked up.
Before we bring in the guests?
Yeah, it was fucked up. They got him, but I mean, it's the name of the game. If however you look at it, you speak that way. Like, think things will eventually catch up to you.
Yeah. Because look, what I said, you kind of have one amendment, like the speech part, and also like that downplay the gun part.
Yeah.
We're able to have both. And unfortunately, not everybody's right out here in this country. There's a lot of J-cats in this country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sick people in this country. So, hey, you want to make it so easy for people to get guns and do this type of shit? Bite that bullet.
Yeah.
And for me, like I said, I didn't give a fuck. I woke up the next day lovely.
Yeah.
It just sucks that the effects of that situation the next day all HBCUs were closed. So see how fast racism just takes over? Like a white man did it, but right away they're targeting HBCUs. It's crazy to me. My son's middle school, my daughter's middle school got shut down. They got a call, a threat, right the next day, fool.
Yeah.
For some violent shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, damn, it's crazy how a white man does this, and still the community is being targeted by these radicals. It's just like, damn, it just reminds you, like, hey, it's bigger than Nino Brown.
It was like a swatting call at the school? Or-
It was.
They did that to Blair, too.
Yeah, fools. I'm saying, like, it's funny how the community just reacts, and they want to attack all people of color, but forget that a white man did that, you know?
Yeah.
But I just suck. So we'll go ahead and introduce our guests. We're bringing in our guests. We'll take a quick little break, and we'll come right back. And we are back. We have a special guest in this motherfucker. I want to introduce a very dope individual, a dot connector in this motherfucking space.
Dot connector.
I just, from my point of view, I kind of like, oh, he connects dots. He connects, So we'll get into you, but I want to introduce Dope Networkz in this motherfucker.
Shout out, Dope.
Yeah, shout out
Thank
Dope
y'all
Networkz.
for having me, man. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you
know
for
what I mean?
you taking your time, bro, out of a busy schedule to come pull up and
Yes,
fuck
sir.
with
I had
us,
to
you
do
know?
it. I had to do it. We had a few little, we had a few missed dates.
Yeah.
But I had to make sure, man. I definitely want to pull up here, though. So
Shoosh. I
definitely,
appreciate you, brother. And then, welcome, because, we're here at Cold Media. We like to, give a platform to creatives.
So
And not just, on the cloud chasing wave, but just like musicians, dot connectors, cultural curators, and just kind of like, be able to work with these type of individuals and kind of see their story and all that.
appreciate
Let them know where you come from, where you raised at, if we could kind of get a little bit of backstory on you.
well, shit, man. I'm born and raised in Inglewood, California.
Shoo.
Shit, man. Came up, man. Like I guess you could say most kids that ran around the city. You know what I mean? I played ball. Played bikes, and then I, jumped off the porch and started playing. Start playing in the streets for real. So, that was just in the gist of, that was just my life in Inglewood. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the city in general.
For sure. All right. How do you see Inglewood now? Like, since there's been a lot of changes, bro.
Man, a whole lot. Like, man, the city then did a whole 360. You know what I mean? I've been watching it really, since like the 90s.
Yeah.
Probably like the late 90s, man. Just watching them kind of just getting set up for what's going on today. You know what I mean? The whole setup for the gentrification, into the gentrification, and then the aftermath of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a good thing too, though. You know what I mean? It's positive because it's a lot of money in the city.
For sure.
I mean, it's
that
a
is
lot
for
of
sure.
it's creating jobs. From me. Me seeing and being an entrepreneur myself, and being in the city pretty much every day, man, and at the studio.
Yeah.
Man, I'm able to see, man, a lot of things that's passing through, man, that's beneficial.
Yeah.
You just gotta know where to go and where to seek it to, though.
So it's more beneficial than it hurts. Because I know, people could take the other side. We're like, oh, they're taking down homes, they're buying up, they're gonna change it. But for the most part, like, I know that it's booming out there, but the community, you still see the community there.
Right.
Like like right across the street, the SoFi is, it still looks like the culture's still there.
You still got pieces of the city. Like, man, we did a tribute to Inglewood shoot that's coming up with Pro Club. So
shout out to
we got
Pro
a chance to shout out
Club.
Pro Club, man. But just doing that, and I mean, I be in the city all the time, but just really like looking at the city, like, damn, okay, you got SoFi, you got fucking the Forum, you got what's the other shit over there? Where the Flippers play.
Yeah,
Flippers.
What's that called?
I can't even think of that stadium, but the other stadium they play.
Intuit Dome.
Yeah, Intuit Dome. There it is. There, but just looking at the landscape of the city, like, man, you see so much new shit.
Yep.
And then boom, then it's just like a reminder of what the city used to be. You might see, apartment buildings and things like that when I was little. That's still there. So you still get remnants of what it was, but everything changes. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of new people moving in.
Yeah, a whole bunch of new people, man.
But like driving by, do you still have a sense of like pride? Like, yo, like we're like the epicenter of the city in a way. Like,
no, it's cool.
So much happening every weekend there, or during basically the whole week.
Yeah,
and it's
it's some cool shit, man. Like like I said, it didn't change. You know, a lot of people, people they got a lot of people that got displaced by the change, which is a bad thing. But just man, the people that's able to stay and survive and thrive, shit, man, it's a good thing, man. Being we like the epicenter. I guess I'm saying that right. Of of just the whole city. You know what I mean, just the whole landscape of the city, man. Everybody got to come to the land to to have some kind of enjoyment. You know what I mean? So it's some dope shit.
And it's great what happening in Inglewood, even in like cinema and like HBO shows with Issa Rae. Like just Inglewood is just like you know what I even consider myself to like maybe that's a spot that I would like to buy a home because like man that's a dope ass spot right there.
Yeah, Inglewood always like for the most part of course every spot got its it got its fucked up shit but for the most part, man, Inglewood always been like a beautiful, kept up city.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, it's always been like suburban spot. Man, you could bring your family, and you could you could raise your family. You know what I mean?
It's known for like a middle class black neighborhood. Where right. In the beginning, it's a little sketchy, but once you go, for the most part, most of it is
most of it is good.
It looks beautiful, and it's black. It's history with the Lakers. Yeah, and it's a dope ass situation.
I guess I was looking at something that came up on YouTube, man. I guess you could say it's like because we don't have too many cities, black cities. Yeah, you know what I mean, so just it being that, and then it being like one of the wealthiest black cities. Yeah, you know what I mean, is a good thing too. That means it's a lot of. It's a lot of people, man, of African Americans, man, that's getting to the paper. Yeah. That's in the city, which is a good thing for just the culture in general, and the economy,
Yeah, it is, because I worked with, her name is Thembi Banks. She's a director. She did the Wild Life and Free for BET. She's a filmmaker. Right. And even her, like, she decided, she's from the East Coast, but she decided to move to that area. And to me, it's dope to see people that are bringing in that money into the community and being part of the community. Right. So it's dope to see that people are taking the initiative to even buy within the community. Yeah. And keep the essence of black culture still vibrant, still part of the community and continue.
Sure. Even the black, man, the brown too, because the brown is prevalent in Inglewood too. So, just man, just the culture, just us as the culture. For sure. You know what I mean, because we are the culture.
We are the culture. Right. And then, what got you into this entertainment industry from the streets to the entertainment? What was your first, like, what the hell, like, I like this space. Let me go ahead and pursue this space.
Man, I think, man, like early, of course, man, we watch music videos and, especially from, I'm a little older, man, so, the box and things of that nature. Like I grew up.
I remember the box. I remember the box.
So, I know your age range then.
Yeah, I remember the
box. So, man, I just grew up, man, just watching music videos, man, and just, I was always captured off the behind the scenes person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether it be, Master P, whether it be fucking Jay Prince, Tony Draper, a lot of cats in Texas, man. I used to, man, once I figured out what was going on, man, I used to kind of take deep dives as much as I could back then as far as just figuring out what was going on. Like the artist named Lil Troy, he has a record called Wanna Be a Baller. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that record.
Sure. I heard you talk about that.
Yeah. So man, that always fascinated me, man, because I ended up coming across. He had he had like a little, he had a hood deep. It was a tape actually, like a VA or DVD. It might have been a DVD or something I had, but he had a movie to Want to Be a Baller. So I watched the movie, but at the end of the movie, it's like a real scene where he's holding up the plaque for the joint for the record. So he didn't even rap on the record. And that fucked me. I'm like, damn, this fool, he the man. He the man. Like all the artists is here. This your plaque. You know what I mean? So I'm looking like, damn. So everybody rap, but he's holding on to the plaque is his. So that kind of just intrigued me. Like, damn, I want to figure that shit out. You know what I mean? So just as my journey along the way, man, my one of my good friends, Polly Rob, a brother that moved from New York, that moved to Inglewood when we was about like 13, 14. He was like my entryway into the music industry. For us, he gave me an identity. You know what I mean? Because we ended up like forming a label, Paladoni Entertainment, and then in the forming of the label, he was like, "Man, you're gonna be the A&R. You're gonna be the one that's gonna connect the dots and work with the artists, so forth and so on." He called me. He said, "Man, you're gonna be an A&R." He gave me a book. networking in the music business. You know what I mean? So that was kind of, that was kind of my intro. Like just, that's what peaked it. Like, okay, I got to figure out what the fuck an A&R do. And then, that's what led, that's what led to what I'm doing now.
How long you been in this game?
Well, shit, man, I had a little period, man, where I had to sit down for a long time. So
Okay, oh shit.
yeah, man, I did 13 years incarcerated. So in that time, a little bit before I went to jail, man, I was kind of like tinkering and kind of figuring it out. You know what I mean? Trying to, I had created a label. I ain't even talked about this shit, but Bomb First Entertainment was a label I had created. You know what I mean? And this was off. I went to go watch, it was Tupac had a documentary out around that time. This was like 2004, where I don't know if, I can't remember the name, man, but he spoke in the documentary. It was his own words.
I remember that.
Remember that one?
I know what you're talking about.
So,
Yes.
man, I just remember going to see that documentary, man. I just remember
I think it was Rear View or something.
Yeah, it was like the, damn, man.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you're talking
No,
about.
he
Exactly,
talking,
yeah.
but the whole documentary is his
narrating.
word. He narrating the whole documentary was some ill shit. But, man, I just remember the piece he said, man, I may not be the one that changed. You know, the famous line he said, I may not be the one that changed, but I will spark the mind. So, man, that, just being in there, and I was high as a motherfucker too. So, I felt like, damn, I'm finna be the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, since, I created a label called Bomb First Entertainment. And then, after Tupac, of course,
Bomb
man,
First,
Bomb First.
intro.
And then I had an artist by the name of Bay Delano, man, one of my good partners, Dion, man, that was my first artist.
Okay.
So we actually went and created a record with Low Life Records, the record label back then, Badass, rest in peace, he was connected to him.
Okay, I remember
But
that.
we actually, man, went and cut a record, and then that same night, I called my case and went to jail.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And then I was gone.
For 13 years?
13 years.
13
I didn't
years.
come home 13 years later, 13 and a half years
So
later.
what year did you get released?
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you touch home.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
your train of thought? Obviously, right off the top, I gotta get on my feet, right?
Yeah, that was it was in there. I was on that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, yeah, then like that shit got to start in there. You know what I mean? As far
shit.
as just planning, like what I'm gonna do in my life. I didn't know how I was gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
I just knew I had a plan. Like, all right, I know the music was my thing. So I was even creating in there. I was creating projects in there. I was linking, man. Shout out to my good brother Trey D, man. I got a lot of. I was neighbors
Trey
with
D.
Trey D when I was in the pen. So.
Yeah.
Man, got a lot of good games. Anybody I could reach out to, man, that'll just lace me on the music game. That's what I meant. Cats that was coming in fresh from the streets. Man, what's going on out there, man? You know what I mean? Just the vibe of what's going on in the streets. Like, I'm getting it secondhand, but, it's still keeping me aware of trends and things happen. That's kind of, what, even with the phones that came in,
Yep.
that's what led me to the blog era. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I remember
Currency
that.
and, Smoke
Currency,
Dizzy and
yep.
all them cats.
Smoke
You know what I
Dizzy.
mean? So that was when I seen that kind of, that kind of motivated me to like, man, that's the type of shit I want to fuck with right there.
Like even when you're coming out at 2017, in 2017, the music's changed a lot.
Nah,
right?
man.
Bro, you're
A whole
13
lot.
years.
Yeah.
Technology's changed. The
Yeah.
way to distribute music is changed. The whole game is flipped upside down. But what's your mind state? Like, did it take you a while to adapt to the new sound?
Really, man, I kind of went through a period to where, man, I was looking, like trying to searching, because I was, man, it had to be maybe, because it was a period in time, man, I really didn't listen to music in prison outside of, it was a lot of old music, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it was a lot of old, hardcore hip. Matter of fact, It Was Written was one of the records I had in that joint.
Yeah.
That was, man, Reasonable Doubt, all the classics.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I had those, and those were all, that was the music I was listening to. I really wasn't keeping up with what was going on, because you had like Laffy Taffy, and once I'm hearing this shit, I'm like, man,
sure.
what in the fuck is going on out there? So my whole, I was just, shout out to, man, shout out to them brothers,
Shout out
man.
to them
Ain't no
brothers, yeah.
disrespect to D4L, but that just wasn't, that just didn't hit me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Nah,
and
I could
just
relate
went,
to that for
I just
sure.
went back to the shit I knew.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And really, I wasn't even listening to R&B. I was, and that's a whole nother story with that. I wasn't tripping off no bras or nothing. I was just in my program mode. But those were like the OG records, man, was the Snoop Dogg and the, all the shit that we, we pretty much
essentials,
grew up, the
like
essentials,
the
man, that
essential
we grew up
albums.
off of. Those, that was my soundtrack. And then Game, like I started venturing off in the Game. I got a documentary. I heard it, but I didn't really hear it because I was in the county jail for a long time fighting my case. So when I finally got to prison, then I was like, damn, okay, damn, I fuck with Game. You know what I mean? So
Game.
then Game was like a he was the one kind of like I looked at him like, man, he kind of like me. I love East Coast rap.
Same.
But you know what I mean, I'm from here, so that's what attached me to him, because it's like, okay, it's a motherfucker running around that understands
the way
me.
you broke it down right now, that's how I would break down Game. Why I was so like Game. He doesn't get enough credit to have one of the best, including his mixtapes, like catalogs in hip hop. Period.
He was ripping. He was
had
ripping,
bars.
man.
Bro, he had crazy mixtapes.
Yes, man. And
Like-
he was kind of like really just kind of just how just, you know, how I think, to me, he's one of the ones that kind of bridged the gap with the East, even though it really wasn't like no East and West Coast shit. That was more like media shit, but just him, you know, being rapped the way he rapped, but he's still relatable, you know what I mean, to East Coast.
And he was the bridge. I want to go. He was the bridge, bro, because they made it more normal for Game to be working with Fat Joe.
There it is.
Game to be working with Jadakiss. So
Right.
it made it more like, because, you know, there was a period where it was like, because I always say this, like growing up and like I went to Bethune Middle School in South Central. Bro, like you'll get beat up for bumping East Coast music. Like if you're bumping Biggie, dog, you're gonna get marked out here.
Yeah, no,
like
was,
we would take it so personal.
Yeah,
like we were so West Coast that
it was a time when it was real. Like out here,
real like that. Yeah.
Like I done seen a few instances where, you know, brothers really took it to heart. Like, man, fuck, you know what I mean? Fuck them cats. So.
And especially music being so close to the streets, right?
Right.
Like, especially like in the Blood and the Crips, like there's like a small degree of separation between them and the industry.
Right.
Like, because like you could call somebody in the hood in the street, and you could reach somebody in the rap industry. So it's very close. So I can see how
it blends. Yeah,
it blends very
blends.
well. So I can see how people would take it very personal.
Shout out to Death Row. I think not to cut you off, but Death Row was like one of the labels that kind of blend, you know, showed the blend of the streets merging with the industry. You know what I mean? And you know, and the streets, you know, the streets having a pull in the industry. You know what I mean? So you know.
So to 2017.
Yeah.
Okay, you at that point, I think for sure Kendrick's killing it in that year.
Yep.
You see Schoolboy Q doing it.
Dot is out. School, the whole TDE movement.
Yeah, they're like in their peak
Right.
TDE as a group. What are you thinking in music at that point?
Me, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna get in and be able to make it make sense. Because I had a vision for what I wanted. I didn't want to come out kind of just, you know, working with the sound and working with the things I would like. I wanted to be a part of something that was different. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say like a rebel of what was going on, but I'm just always I just had a different ear for it. You know what I mean, so to say. So I really didn't kind of pick up or take to the sounds that was going on out here. Like my ear, you know, my ear really peaked, man, when I heard when I heard Griselda.
Yeah, okay.
When I heard Rock Marcy.
Shoo.
When I heard Alchemist, when I heard DJ Muggs, you know what I mean? When I heard Evidence, like when I heard when I heard that, you know what I mean? And especially, man, when I met Westside Gun, that, you know, I went down the like the quote unquote, they call it the rabbit hole, the Griselda rabbit hole. So then I'm trying to find everything that sound like this. Like, whoa, what in the fuck? Oh, there's other people that do this shit too. So that kind of led that opened up. You know, that opened up that
and
world.
even as fans, right?
Yeah.
That's a minority within our community, right?
Right.
Like our homies are not gonna be bumping Westside Gun. They're
Right.
not. So even in that, for you, it's dope
It's
for you
different.
to find people like myself. Like, because I worked with Underground Hip Hop Blog.
Yeah.
We brought
my brothers,
Westside
man.
Gun.
Yep.
We brought Westside Gun.
I've been to all them shows.
I think 2018,
Yep.
first time.
That's what. Listen,
I was there on stage
man,
with those. I had the first pictures of
it
all
was
three
sold
of
out.
them. Yeah,
It was sold out.
Yep.
And it's crazy you bring that night up because I was there that night. I was on stage and I remember looking. I'm like, damn, it's a whole bunch of fucking Griselda fans out here. So I know if it's about 500 in here.
Yes.
That mean, man, it's, you know what I mean, triple that. It's a whole bunch out there in the street. So now let me figure out, because there's artists out here that do this shit.
Yep.
That's from here. That's from the soil, from where we from.
Yep.
So man, let me find the artists that I know that could, you know, that I could bring to the table, because I already made the connections. Now it's about finding the artists to bring in and to plug into these channels.
Yeah.
I.e. TF. That's where, you know, TF was already moving, but me linking with TF, seeing what was going on, like, man, he would kill this shit.
Yep.
And then, boom, we took a trip to Atlanta to the A3C Fest, and that's where I introduced him to Griselda for the first time.
Damn.
Because TS sound, sometimes you can't tell he's from the West Coast. He
Right.
raps like he's from the East
You
Coast.
can't.
Right.
And that kind of like goes with like the style that you have and like,
Right.
you know, the artists you manage is like that. And
Right.
it's like the bridge that, you know, that is like good to hear. Because if you go, like you said, go down that rabbit hole, you still have like El Camino Sway.
Come on.
You still have Chez Noir.
Man, it's a whole
you have
list.
38 Special. You
Man,
have,
the
you know, there's a bunch of
Fahim,
people, you know.
Mark
that-
Hami, like you could, you know, it's a list, man. You know, it's a list down there, and it's a list of like actually super dope MCs with their own niche fan base.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, man, it's
Yes.
you know, that basically direct to consumer shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what piqued my interest too. Like, man, okay, it'll, you know,
Like Rock Marciano, right?
man, Rock, man,
Like
my
he
brother
has,
Rock, yeah.
like he's one of the person that
He like the Godfather
He
of this
ushered
shit.
it, ushered him and
Yeah.
Alchemist.
Him and Al.
They
Yeah.
both ushered all this new wave of that.
Yeah.
Like even me meeting Alchemist several times was in those rooms with Griselda and them.
Right.
And me meeting Rock Marciano, shooting Mark Marciano several times, it was in those fucking rooms.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to really, you know, man, I can't, man, DJ Muggs is like.
DJ Muggs.
DJ Muggs is, see, I look at DJ Muggs as like the final boss.
Shout out to
'Cause
DJ Muggs. That was a
everything
homie.
comes, you know, pretty much everything, you know, far as
Yes.
in this lane, everything that came through Muggs.
Yes,
So Muggs, you know, shout out to my OG, man.
Shout
He
out-
like the
shout
final
out to
boss, man.
Muggs.
So, man.
big time.
So every time I'm over there, man, you know, I soak it up, man. You know, I've been
Mm-hmm.
able to, man, do a record with Muggs and Sadat X, brother Raheem Supreme. So, you know, man, Muggs is like he for me, he's the one that, you know what I mean, that I learned a lot from just watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I do appreciate that Muggs is reaching out to the fresh voices like a TF.
Oh,
when I
yeah.
saw TF and Muggs, I'm like, yes.
Oh, wait till you hear
Like,
that album.
yes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
ain't
because
seen
you
nothing
can see
yet.
how it makes
Yeah.
sense.
It makes sense because
for both of them.
TF's first project was No Hooks.
Right.
My homie Jay Tenno was working with him heavy around
Oh,
that
that's
time.
my brother Jay.
Shout out
Yeah.
Jay Tenno. You know,
he
lots of
doing
fucking
the
lot of
artwork
way,
for
acting
my
brand new.
project. Yeah, he doing the he helped me out with the artwork for the tape I'm about to drop. too.
Shout out to Marcus.
Yeah.
I remember even like being involved with the rollout of TF's projects.
Right.
He had this wrestling event.
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
middle
was-
of
I was there,
I was
too.
there too, bro. I was
Yeah,
right there
that was
in the
ill.
backyard.
Yeah. They had the whole wrestling event in the backyard. They still gets the video. The video's still up. for
They
that.
did it there, and they did it again on 30th and
Right.
right there as well, and even like just seeing like the details
Right.
of like okay, there was artistry being done in the way that you're rolling out the project. Now I'm caring about the project more because of the way they're treating it.
Right.
And TF has been doing it for a good minute.
long
So
time,
to
man.
see him continue to this day, even him landing in the podcast game where he's part of the Apollo and
Shout out to Apollo,
and
for
see
sure.
like he's just ushering his own lane and his own. Even doing the live band now, and just
Yeah,
to see
man,
like
man,
that's
man,
a
TF
real
is
artist, bro.
TF
That's
is
a real
super,
artist.
super creative, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, he's super hands on with everything, man. He's writing all his treatments for his videos.
Yes.
He's directing all his videos. Outside of that, of course, the music and that part of it, like, man, he's, you know what I mean, like his mind, man. You know what I mean? That's one thing. That's my brother, man. That's one thing, man. I admire about him, man. Is just his creative mind, man, and his drive to get it done.
And thinking
man.
outside the box. 'cause-
He always stays sharp.
yeah.
Stay sharp,
Always on it.
always.
And also having the balls to like do gangster music in a different way.
in a different way.
Like it's very fucking like rap. It's not even like it's just and it's dope because it's active as fuck, but he delivers it similar to what Schoolboy Q does.
Yeah. It's
But
the same, yeah, it's the
his
same
own way,
aesthetic.
in his
Yeah.
own
Oh,
way,
it's a similar aesthetic. You know
it's
what I mean?
songs in his own way, and still
Yeah.
be in his own flow, his own way, his own cadence. And it's great to see him still flourish, still getting the love. He gets the love from a lot of major players out
Oh
here.
no, he got some, man.
I see that,
He
even-
got some shit coming, man.
I'm excited.
Harry
for
Fraud
TF.
project on the way for
Harry
him.
Fraud too. Damn.
Outside
Yeah.
of, you know, that him and DJ Muggs about to drop that tape they've been working on for a while, like with a movie attached to it.
Hell yeah.
Him and Static Selector, him and Rock Marcy,
Yeah.
him and Alchemist.
That
we got a lot on
Alchemist
the way, bro.
and him, I'm waiting for like
Yeah.
patiently waiting for that
Oh,
one
no,
right there.
it's gonna
That's a lot of big
gonna
East
be
Coast
some shit.
sounds
Yeah.
coming from that side, so that's pretty hard.
And really, when you think about it, it's the East Coast sound, but shit, Al born and bred out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the
I mean,
west side
so-
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's really like it's an East Coast feel, but it's really a West Coast thing.
It
with
is.
That, you know what I mean? So
It is. He's one of my favorite producers.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
everything he did with Schoolboy Q. Even to this day, to be able to have a Doja Cat feature, a Kanye West, and a Kendrick in the same
It's
fucking
nuts.
year, bro.
Yeah, and he doing a Eric
And
Badu
Marciano
album.
and do a whole tape
Yeah.
with Freddie Gibbs and he's
all
he's
over the
giving
place,
a lot
man.
of artists like legs to stay in this game in the not the underground rap but the independent lane
There it is.
where
There it
you're
is.
able to tour, be in these dope ass festivals because you're a dope artist and you're able to put your artistry in these performances, the way you roll out your projects.
True.
Damn, that's dope.
And
dog.
also just his epic run, because he's already like Mobb Deep. He's already like
already-
you know,
yeah,
he's
he
already
been since,
engraved in the game.
Eminem,
Damn, since what's the name of the joint that came out in 04?
the one
Damn,
with
the infantry. What's the name of the mixtape? Man, I'm drawing a blank.
the one where you hit that single with Be Real in them.
He had
What's,
Be Real. He had everybody on there, man.
Yeah,
Nah, he had that record on there.
that
Yeah. He had that's the one with Pride. That's the Mobb Deep record.
Yeah.
Project, but I forgot the name. But he been doing it for a long time.
He's been doing it
man.
for a long
Been
time,
doing it for a
and to
long
be able to
time.
stay relevant in this age, it's a rarity, bro.
Yeah.
And to still have like he dropped the tape with the Batu with Erica Badu,
Yeah.
and to me it's just like L is like Bravo, and,
Yeah.
and every time I
Yeah,
see
give it up
him,
to him, for sure.
it's always like, damn, one of the gods is right here.
Yeah,
That's how I
legend.
look at him, bro.
Yeah,
That's how I look at him.
Al definitely the man. He's definitely the man, especially in this lane of it, man. He the cream of the crop, man. So shout out to the good brother Al,
Shout
man.
out to
How'd you link up with like Pro Club?
Oh, so man, I've been doing Pro Club since it happened through Jay Worthy.
shout out Jay Worthy,
My brother
Jay
Jay
Worthy.
Worthy.
Another-
Man. Shout out to Funk.
another hardworking.
Once upon a time coming, man. Next month, man, his official LP, his official album to the world. You know what I mean? So shout out my brother Worthy. But back to the Pro Club question. But so Jay Worthy started working with him like 2018.
Yeah.
So that was my early introduction to Pro Club, Brian and everybody that's over there. So it just kind of throughout the years, like Worthy been over there, and it just took a little while for me to actually get over there. But I'm over there now. But that was my intro through Jay Worthy though.
Shout out to Jay Worthy. Another example of like somebody's crafting their own lane.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's funny because around the same time TF came, around the same time Jay Worthy, like all these names, because being affiliated with Jay Teno and them, like they're
you hear everybody.
yeah, all of that.
Yeah, we went on tour. We all went on tour together. Reason
was part of that.
Reason was back then. Yeah, he was around because they shot a video for Reason back like early back then, like 2017.
The cover they did for Reason
yeah.
when he got picked up by TDE, all of that.
Right.
All of that. And okay, so now what you guys are doing at Pro Club. Shout out to you guys, bro, because
Thank you, man.
because with comparing it to other marketing runs that other like brands are doing at Pro Club, it's just the way they're doing it is very authentic.
Yeah.
It just feels more like it's a marriage with the culture instead of like, let me just use the culture to make money.
I mean, it's a family. It's like more of a it's a family. Pro Club family is what we pushing. You know what I mean? So as you can see, a lot of the Jay Worthy, you got Rosecrans Vic, you got Duno, you got a lot of a lot of the cats that you see, they've been around there for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's because, Brian, he let the company grow with them, and then vice versa, they grew with the company.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's why, Pro Club is in the position that it's in, because it treats, it's more than, it's not business. You know what I mean? Like, it's business.
But they take care of the culture.
But it's family. It's family too. It's a family atmosphere at the same time. So that's why it's doing the things that it's doing and growing.
Well, what's the
and
connection with Coyote?
Oh, my dog.
I see a lot of Coyote Pro Club situations.
Yeah, they Pro Club family for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, they definitely Pro Club family. They tapped in with us, man. They over
yeah,
there.
I love to see the Pro Clubs appreciating their art. And
they've been able to been able to grow a Pro Club too. I mean, I think they've been around just for a few years now, maybe like the last 2 or 3, I want to say, but yeah, man, they've been able to grow with the brand.
And that's one of the examples that I take from Pro Club, because they were involved with their show in LA.
Right.
They were involved with the Shaq music video.
Right.
Like, I'm like, damn, that's investing in the culture. That's
Right.
investing in the community.
Right.
By doing these collaborations with these artists and giving them that leverage that, it's not just like pull up, let me give you some freebies and go on your way.
Then keeping people employed.
Facts.
That's from the community.
Yes.
And that's the main thing. I mean, a lot of these companies, they go hire cats that ain't never been around these parts or these walks.
Yeah.
So they don't really understand, you know, the language, so they don't really understand, you know what I mean, where we come from and how we talk and how we walk. So, you know, that'd be the disconnect with a lot of these companies. So, you know, he makes sure he hires from within the community.
Yes, makes sense.
You know, to keep the community feel.
And shout out Pro Club, because that's the original like blank. For me growing up, where I'm from.
That's the first one I
That's the first one that I
knew outside of, I guess you say Fruit of Balloons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that was the first one. We went from Stanford.
Stanford.
We went from Stanford, and then we had that jump we were rocking 5Xs.
Yeah.
But also,
Pro Club was like the, but no, go ahead.
But also, Pro Club was like, to me, they're like hood legends. So
they are
like,
hood legends.
You know, to be in the space now and to like have an opportunity to work for Pro Club is like full circle type shit.
It
So
is.
everybody
real
involved
shit.
is like, you know, that's already like pretty tight.
No, it's super dope,
situation.
man. Cause shit, I done spent, man, just like everybody else, I probably done spent thousands on white T-shirts.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Even in the joint.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I have Pro Club T-shirts in the pen. You know what I mean? I have Pro Club fucking basketball, yard
Basketball
shorts and shit like that. So. You know what I mean? That's Pro Club been in my life for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that actually, been afforded the opportunity to work for the company, man, you know, it's super dope, man. I don't take it for granted at all.
And it feels good to hear you like vouch for a company that's taking care of the culture by working with the culture.
Yeah.
So that's dope. And I was going through your page, and I noticed that you have an agency. Is that what you do?
Well, I work with an agency.
Okay.
So Agency 78 is an agency that I manage a few of my artists up under.
Okay.
And the agency is owned by Chase Infinite and my brother Kiambo Joshua, hip hop. But he was the one. He was an A&R for Rockefeller back in the day. So, and then my brother Chase Infinite did a lot. Of course, you know, he managed A$AP Rocky and a whole bunch of Self Scientific. He rapped himself, so Self Scientific with him and DJ Khalil, that was a group they had, and then he managed A$AP Rocky. And then hip hop, of course, man, you know, one of the ones that founded Kanye West for Rockefeller and, you know, did a whole bunch of ill shit. So that's their company. And then, you know, they brought me in to work, you know, to work up under their company. So that's what the agency is.
What is one skill that you feel like gives you the upper hand when it comes to like being in this space? Like, why do you feel like they chose you?
Talking about as far as just with the homies,
like just like to be able to put in position, like let's say like a Pro Club, like in like the agency, like.
Damn, you know what, man? I just because I don't think I have nothing like it's like nothing like scientific or technical I'll be doing far as like a skill. I should say it's a hustle. Like, man, I just hustle. Man, I have a vision. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I have a vision on what I want to do.
That's it.
And you know, I'm gonna obtain it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna push forward and I'm gonna mash it until I get it. Yeah. So that's just basically what it is. It's just kind of, I guess it's just more energy. You know what I mean? That I bring versus, I guess you could say, actual. I mean, it's a skill with the shit.
For
but
sure.
At the same time,
you got vision, bro, and also you care for the music.
Right.
You just understanding how you break down and what influenced you to even be in the space. Like, you could tell that it matters to you.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I lose sleep, man, thinking about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thinking about, you know, my projects per se, and then, you know, even losing sleep thinking about the artists I work with. You know what I mean? Damo Genesis, Vel 9, you know, Jay Worthy, TF, you know what I mean? My brother 211, you know, the list.
Shout out 211.
A lot of artists that
Shout out 211. See, everybody that you're pointing out are ones that are like rappers. Like, that's just great.
That's what it's about, man.
Lyricists out here.
Yeah, it's about, man, you got to rap with me, man. We ain't, you know, I ain't finna bring nobody that can't rap. That's out, man. Like, it has to, you know, you have to be, it has to have the bars and it has to have substance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it has to be, you know, I'm into like reality, man. You know, you got a lot of this shoot 'em up, bang bang shit. Like, that's a reality too, but not that part of the reality. Like, man, self-improvement, man. You know, a lot of shit, a lot of the things that I'm gonna be behind is, you know, it's gonna be self-improvement, man, spiritual, man, you know, just getting up, getting some money, man, and, you know, taking care of your family. You know what I mean? That's the basics of life, and that's what I want to push to the people.
Like some Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, just, you know, like Nip was a little more, I guess you could say, business minded for us with the things. You know, I'm not saying I'm not business minded, but I'm not far in that direction, but the same feeling though. You know what I mean? As far as just motivating the people. You know what I mean? It's it's saying just self-improve yourself, man, with whatever you're doing, man. Just just keep trying to be better.
Yeah.
So that's what that's the type of music and the type of messages I want to be behind.
Yeah, that's fire. Who do you say that I was about to say, like, we was to look out for like 5 artists that you feel like should get more recognition or are putting in that work that they should be mentioned?
Man, for sure. We talked about TF, but
TF.
He's making his rounds. But man, I think more light need to be shined on what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Which we definitely gonna start turning. We definitely, man, we turning one light at a time. You know what I mean? So TF, my little bro Bill.
Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to my little bro Bill. Man, I didn't watch Bill. Now Bill's another one I didn't watch early. He went on tour with us. Man, we had Bill on tour. It was me, Jay Worthy, and TF. And it was a Currency tour.
I remember that.
So yeah, we had Bill with us from then, and Bill, and I was just talking to Bill this like last week, or it might be like a week and a half ago, just praising him on what he's doing with with it, because he was watching us.
Yes.
And then from him watching us, he's building his own team and his own situation and his own movement, which is super, which is super dope, and it's super dope just to watch him blossom, man, and become a man. You know what I mean? Because he didn't been through a whole lot of shit in his life, man.
Yep.
Shot 28 times.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He went through a whole bunch of things, but seeing him, come through that, man, and still, standing, man, and shining the way he's shining, man, he's definitely one of the ones that deserves it. One of the brothers we spoke about, Sham, definitely, man, he definitely deserves it, man. He's super talented kid from the city. Shout out Sham. Man, my brothers, man, Win or Lose Record, man. You know what I mean? Win or Lose Records, which is a collective that my brother Bucket had. He's sitting over here to the right, man. It's one of the cats I work closely with, man, with the production part of it. But it's a whole collective, man. Him, man, Dean Kane, Mellow Meezy, my little bro Alpha, man. He shoots the visuals, but man, it's a whole. They out of Compton, so them, one of the ones I work with them closely too. So. They definitely deserve the light, man, especially in this underground movement, man, because they putting in the work. Let me see, man, my brother Raheem Supreme, he's not necessarily from here. He underground artist, but it's another brother I work with in D.C. You know what I mean? He been rocking for a minute, man, super underrated, but man, I think he definitely deserves more shine. So I've been building with him. We got some things coming. Then it's another brother, man, the guy Fahim. This is the he has, I don't know, you tune into the underground shit kind of heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
So he comes up from up under Griselda early. Okay. Him and Mac Homie, they kind of split and did their own thing, but this kid has like 200 tapes.
Oh,
shit. You know what I mean? Literally 200 albums. You know what I mean? And he got a niche fan base, but he's one of the ones, man, I think deserves light, man, because it's with him is rinse and repeat, and this man, just to I got up on him kind of early around the time I got up on Westside Gun. Yeah. But just watching him, man, just year after year, man, 10 albums, 11 albums, like, damn, this, bro, nonstop. You know what I mean? But those are my ones right now that I'm heavily tuning into, that I think deserves more light.
Yeah, and so you do feel that Griselda opened up a lane, right? Or not? They didn't open up a lane.
I think they put more. They put more light on it,
right? Because look, Griselda, they were had Jay-Z and Kanye pulling up on them at the Novo.
Oh no, definitely. I was at those shows too. Yeah, that shit was amazing.
I was there,
man. That shit was amazing too. That was like right before the world shut down.
Yes,
that was right before COVID. But even that was another time when I seen that. I'm like, oh yeah, I just know where this shit is about to go. I foresee. Okay, you got Hov watching the lane. You got Kanye putting up to the shows, you know what I mean?
They were with Virgil, right? They were with Virgil. They were with Kanye.
Shout out my brother Chase Infinite.
Shout out Chase Infinite.
He put that together.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
Instrumental in putting that together for them brothers, man. That's when they was instrumental in with the Rock
that makes
Nation
sense.
situation.
Chase Infinite, ASAP,
and hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
It was really Chase Infinite and hip hop. They was, because they were part of the agency at one time too, as far as Griselda. I know Benny. We still do work for Benny. I know that Wes. Well, I mean, everybody still tapped in, but it was a little, you know, it was a little bit more tighter then.
Yeah, because then eventually Conway ended up being with Eminem.
Yeah, Conway, but they would sign to Shady.
Shady
yeah,
for a
they
little
did like
bit.
a Shady. That was first.
Oh, that was first.
That was
Yeah,
the
that
first. The
was
Shady
first.
Shady deal was first, and then from the Shady deal, they went in. They think it was like some Rock Nation Management or something like that.
They actually, I forget about that.
Yeah, it was Rock
And I
Nation
think
Management at first, and then Benny.
the Def Jam, right?
Def Jam.
Def Jam
Yeah,
situation.
then West over there, he had Rock Nation right now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's fire, bro.
Conway is too, actually. Shout out to my brother
Shout out
Conway,
Conway.
man. Yeah, shout out to my brother. Yeah.
And what's your what's the biggest lesson you learned like now, like at this point, that from the game that has helped you the most?
Biggest lesson? Damn, it's a few of them, man. But I mean, I guess you could. I mean, it sounds cliche, but man, it's just, man, you gotta focus on. I mean, just hone your shit. Like, just focus on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to make it sound like in a selfish way, but man, you got to focus on your shit though, man. Your craft, what makes you unique in this game. You know what I mean? And hone that. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what, you know, what's helping me, because I'm finding, you know, with this, it's not too many people. Well, it's starting to open up now, but it's not too many people that really tap into this shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, to me, it was kind of like a light bulb, like, man, I'm finna hone in on this. 'Cause I know, man, you know, once I'm just looking at the long run of it. Once it crack, I'm already at the forefront of it. You know what I mean? As far as out here.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I mean? So, and it's something that it's music that I really enjoy. So, you know, even if it don't crack, I still, you know, I enjoy doing it and listening to it anyway. So, you know, I just focus on shit that's me. You know what I mean? That's totally me, not outside of myself. You know what I mean? Because you know, when you able to crack into something with it being you, then it's not hard. It's not hard to maintain it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I.e. Currency. Look at Currency.
Yes.
You know? Cracking the game, and all he do is ride low rider, smoke weed, and you know that's pretty much the premise of his life. But that's his real life.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
his
mean?
own thing.
Then he don't have to wake up and put on a mask in the morning.
He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't.
Just live your life, and you know what I mean. Then you know what I mean, the world accepts you for who you are, and you make your money and get on. So.
That's the beauty of great music, like
Right.
that you're able to have those success stories, like Currency.
Right.
Like he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it up for the industry to like be successful in here. Like as long as you have good music, great movement, and a great team, you are gonna make it.
Yeah.
You just gotta stick to it and understand what you're doing and what you're doing it for.
Be yourself, man.
Be yourself.
Being yourself is real important, man. And know your limitations.
I think that's what's holding back, in my opinion, like the LA rap scene.
Yeah.
There's not enough like being yourself. Everybody's kind of like sticking to a sound.
Yeah. It's like kind of everybody just want to fit into a box and into a mold. Like, you know, if that's you, it's cool. You know, go. You know, if you want to, you know, be a carbon copy of the next person, then
Yeah.
you know, so be it. You know what I mean? But you know, for the people that's, you know, trying to stand out and, you know, really do their art, then, you know, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you're right. And then
I also wanted to touch on the performance set you had at the Rock America 3.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I pulled up on you.
Yeah,
And that was like the first time I saw like the energy for the East Coast, because it was Flea Lord and Eto, and
Shout out Flea
they're
Lord.
pretty hard. They're
Shout out
they're
my
legends
brother
on the
Flea.
East Coast. So
Yeah.
and that was also an underground hip hop event too. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool to see.
yeah,
Yeah, we rock. Shit, we done rock like 3 shows with Flea. I think that was probably like the 3rd one we
Yeah.
did with the underground hip hop
Yeah,
blog.
yeah.
Actually, yo.
Shout
So,
out
yeah,
Mondo
Flea got
and
a good
Vic,
fan base
yeah.
out here. Mondo and Vic, man,
Yeah.
my good brothers over there at the underground hip hop blog.
they love what they do. They love
Man, they
like
do.
making these shows.
And they show like, man, this, you know, cats like myself, man, and you know, just cats that's just independently doing it, man, and independently grinding, man, and just, you know, not moving to the beat of their own drum. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, so to say, man, they, you know, they definitely have a spotlight for guys like me.
They
I mean, so,
do.
man, I love them, man. For sure.
And all the work that they put, I know for a long time they really love this, and I appreciate that there's people like him to be able to create these moments for artists, because
Yes.
they are part of the group that brings these artists for the first time to LA.
Man, on everything.
And take
That's
chances,
what-
take chances.
They're important, man. Like even with me, man, they were the first ones to actually put my logo on the LCD screen.
Fire.
You know what I mean? So seeing that motherfucker up there, I think it was, matter of fact, that was the first ever Flea Lord show we had out here, and they
I was there.
we was at that joint. So yeah, seeing my logo and then watching the homies rock while my logo that did a lot, and that kind of sent me on my mission with the show shit. Like, okay, I got to see that again. So let me create a show just so I can have my logo up on the LCD screen in the back. You know what I mean? It's just little shit like that they do to make you feel special. Yeah. You know what I mean? And and they actually, kind of, start spark the fire in me with that, because now I want to see that motherfucker everywhere now. So.
And being in the independent scene of music, wouldn't you say is very important for artists to like have a great stage performance?
Yeah. Oh man, definitely.
Because that'll take you further as well, right?
For sure. Yeah. No show tracks. You know what I mean? We definitely don't want to hear the track in the back. Man, learn your lyrics. Man, come out and deliver to the people, man. You know what I mean? And because we got to think, man, people are spending their hard-earned money.
Yes.
Man, you know what I mean? They could have went somewhere else, man. They could have went and bought some, not saying, they neglecting buying shoes for the kids, but they could have used that.
They could have used
the spend otherwise, other than coming to watch you at a show. So least you can do is make sure you're on your A game.
Yeah.
And give them, man, what they came to see. You know what I mean? Which is a great show. So that's very important.
That's very important, and it also opens it up to where like promoters, they see you like, oh, he did his thing.
Right.
I don't might know who he is.
Oh, that's gonna lead to other shows.
But right, let me go put him on this festival over here and give him a shot over here, and like, because I know he's gonna do what he has to do on stage.
Yeah, for sure. So even like, man, I watch one of my favorite performers to watch is Rock Marcy.
Yes.
Because Rock Marcy, man, he don't miss a word, man.
He doesn't, bro.
He doesn't miss a word, bro. His songs is intricate, man. You know what I mean? Them bars get long.
Yeah.
And I just sat there, man, plenty of nights, man, just watched him, man. I'm like, man, let me see if he gonna miss a word tonight, man.
Nah, facts.
Not one
for sure.
word, man. You know what I mean? He on point, man, and he giving the crowd what they came for.
A great performance. Like me seeing him perform, like I wasn't a big fan of Mark, but like not that I didn't like his music, it's just I wasn't tapped in like that.
Right.
But even being on stage with him, like as he's on performing, I'm shooting him, bro. Just like damn, I just walked away like, dog, that's a great artist right there.
Oh no, for sure.
You walk away like feeling like, yo, he deserves his love that he's getting.
I done seen, I done brought a few of the homies that ain't never really heard of him, man. Just pull up to the show, come check out some hip hop shit. Man, they leave like, man, who in the fuck was that dude, man? I'm downloading all this shit. You know what I mean? So man, shout out to my dog Rock, man.
Because I think like finding out about a new artist in a performance space is good, because like you get to see them actually performing it live, and then that makes you want to go back and like. You want to recreate that moment that you felt when you saw him on stage.
There it is.
Like, I remember when this song, everybody went crazy. Like, then you start, going down the rabbit hole.
That's when you build a fan.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good way to become a fan.
And when they see that you put time and effort and perform well, give them the dope merch, they're gonna come back, bro.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna come back, but now they're gonna bring a homie. Now they're gonna be sharing their music, because now they know them sharing your music means that you're gonna keep doing the music, because.
Man,
there's gonna be fun.
It's like a brag. It's like a bragging. Like in this lane, man, to have a vinyl or to have a merch piece, like it's like a bragging, right? Like, man, because it's everything limited.
Everything's limited.
So man, if you got a fucking West Side Gun shirt from 2 or 3 years ago, from that, that's like a vintage, man. It's a bragging right. You know what I mean? In this lane. You know what I mean? So that's in this. And you just know how it's given, because it's it's art. You know what I mean? And that's how it's given. Like, man, it's art that's made with love, that's made with a certain type of energy, man. That's given, man. And it's when you get it, man, it's just just a good bragging right to have, man.
It's
that's
like
why this name is special.
A piece frozen in time. Like
Yeah.
it just had to be there. Type shit.
Just had to be there. There it is.
And I think West Side Gun is the perfect person to even bring that up, because like his items and his merch and the way he rolls out his limited stuff, bro, like it became expensive stuff that people actually like.
$100 hoodie, man.
Yeah, I didn't
watch them sell, man, a bunch of them motherfuckers. I'm like, I mean, $200-$300 for you had like a jacket, $1,500.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he's up there now. He's expensive rap now.
Yeah,
he's expensive rap. He's like that
high-end rap, man.
Like that caviar, like for sure.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you. But what can we expect from Networkz in the next year?
Shit, man. October 23rd, man. I'm locking in with my boy Payday LA, doing Dope Networkz and the homies. So I'm gonna have Bill. It's gonna be a performance by Bill. My brother Ted Buzz, Cornfed Ted. I don't know if you smoke weed, then you might know about Ted Buzz for sure, but he'll definitely be there. My little partner El Nino.
Shout to El Nino.
Yeah, little homie, man. He's also, so this whole event is for this, it's gonna be a sneak listening to the deluxe edition to a project I came out with.
Okay.
Called This Is For The Project. So I'm gonna do This Is For The Project Deluxe, and just have a lot of the artists that was on the album, man, pull out. So we got the confirmed sets, and then I got a lot of surprises that's gonna be there too. So, man, y'all might not want to miss this one, man.
That's fire,
At the Hotel
bro.
Ziggy.
Yeah, because from the last show, from the Green Bottle Experience, it was a small place, but it was like, that shit was jumping. Like the band made it jump.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
no,
the people
was
that
lit.
were there, like it was a
Yeah.
good venue. It was a
I
good
was
time
lit.
for sure.
I was lit, man.
So I mean, just to bring it back there again, I think that's pretty
fire.
hard.
Yeah, definitely want
That's
y'all to
just
pull
pretty
up
hard.
too, man.
Yeah, no, we're definitely pulling up.
Want y'all there, man.
And also for like the public, like especially the people that are around the LA area, y'all pull up to artists that are like independent. Bro, you're gonna have a good time.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time, man.
Like don't just feel like you have to go to the crypto. Go to these spots, bro. Trust you're gonna have a great time, and you're gonna enjoy something and support the arts.
There it is.
Which is very important,
There
dog,
it
to
is.
keep the culture fed, to keep the community keep evolving. It
the
does
culture
take
going, man.
it takes a community
Yeah.
to continue pushing these and supporting these artists that are gonna continue inspiring the next.
Right.
Which is very important, bro. I think I love that what you do, and even from like just seeing you from the outside looking in, everything that you said, like I'm getting that energy when I look at what you do, even on social media. So you are
man.
doing the right things,
Appreciate
and I
you.
appreciate you for pulling up, dog. And I'm down to continue building with you guys.
Love, man.
And
Love.
like I said, I want to be the platform where like people like yourself could look at it as a platform to pull up and just go chop it up and talk.
Nah, man. I appreciate this is what's needed right here, man. And these platforms right here, man, are definitely important for the culture and for what I
Yeah.
do. Because man, it's a lot of people that do, that like to listen to what I create, or that watch these platforms, man. So for y'all having me up here, because I don't really talk too much outside of social media, man, and a few other interviews, but man, just these are kind of spots I want to come to, man, and this where I feel comfortable, man. This where the culture at. So man, I appreciate y'all.
For sure. And now even hearing your story, I could see why our like energies align. Like
No doubt.
we love music. We love the diversity of what it does to the culture and to the community. But make sure you shout out to everybody to make sure you go follow the homie and learn some game. And
Also, before we leave, I just got to say,
Go for it.
Sticks and Scars on the This For The Project side beat, that's my shit. That's probably my favorite songs on that. You produced that?
That was
Yeah,
Dean. That was you did that one, right? That was Dean. That was Dean
Yeah,
Kane,
those
but
snares
When
are
to Lose
crazy.
Records. Yeah, When to Lose Records, man.
Yeah, that shit was hard. We were listening on
Yeah.
the way. I was like, yeah, this.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
that's the one. Yeah, I just
See
had
how
to say that.
that came
we
together,
did.
just spoke y'all up and boom. That's love.
then for
That's
sure,
love.
like
Yeah.
even other
Yeah.
creatives that you want to like introduce, will be
hell yeah.
that platform that for sure has the doors open, and continue creating.
We got to get TF up here, man.
Oh, we gotta get TF.
yeah.
No,
We gotta get
up
TF.
here,
Hey,
man.
TF is so
Yeah.
many like for sure, so much
We gonna
history
get
there.
We gonna get the DeLeon up here, man.
DeLeon.
DeLeon. Yeah.
All right, and make sure you guys follow. Where can we find you, Fly?
Flyers when it comes to this.
Shoo, can we find you?
Bands.
Shout out to bands. Where can we find you? Bro?
Doe_Networkz with a Z. All platforms.
Are you looking for any new artists?
Huh?
Are you looking for any new artists and
Man,
talent?
I'm always, man, because I'm always creating projects, man. So
Okay.
that's the premise of my projects, man, is of course I work with established artists, but the whole thing is to be able to, work with established artists, but create a platform for up and coming artists.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna tune in and listen to them.
For sure.
But they might tune in and listen to them on the same tape. So what I mean? That's what it's about.
So you're an artist that was able to appreciate what he spoke on and understand what he loves about the music. You'll tap in, and you never know. Shit. Catch you guys next time. Cool Media TV, and we out.
Much love.